Hello and welcome to your fifth tutorial of astronomy. And in this tutorial we are going to really have a look at the relative sizes of the planets in compared with how much space there is between the planets. Usually we just see, okay, so Earth is a little larger than Venus and so on, and Mars, let's say we have Earth here, and then we have Venus, it's almost the same size, and then there's Mars, it's considerable smaller, and Mercury is even smaller, and then the Sun is like gigantic over here. But if we really zoom out and have a look at, we will just start with the inner planets, and then we will get the full overview of the solar system. Then some other mind-boggling sizes occurs. So let's have a look at that. So actually, if we have the Sun just around 1.5 centimeter in diameter, here we have the Sun, and this 1.5 represents 1,500,000 kilometers in diameter. That is the size of the Sun from this area over to this area. 1.5 million kilometers. Okay, so where's Mercury? Some people might think it must be there. But actually, if this is 1.5, then we have to go 50 centimeters out to just get Mercury. That's 50 million kilometers. Okay, so now I was painting this ugly dot here. So in actual fact, Mercury's diameter is only 4,800 kilometers. So that would look like something like just the faintest little dot. I don't know if you can see that, but I tried to paint a little dot. So that means all this in between is just space. It means there's this tiny little one over here, and then there's the Sun that is 1.5 million kilometers in diameter. And if we zoom out further, then I'm just gonna make a little dot, yeah, like that. Okay, it's not so nice, but that's the Sun. And then it would compare to maybe here was Mercury. Would Mercury be, if you can see it? And then Venus is about twice the distance, and Earth is further 50 million kilometers out. And then Mars, here we have 225. This would be the relative sizes. Actually, my dots are even too big, but it means there's so much space between the inner planets. So when we look at also the outer planets, we have the Sun, little dot, then we have Mercury, oh, it was way too big there, Venus, Earth, Mars, and then more than twice, here we have Jupiter, it's much bigger. I'm trying to make, yeah, that's a little bit bigger. And this is around 750 million kilometers away from the Sun. And then twice the size over here is Saturn. You see, I have to even to get the rest of the planets, I have to zoom out further. So we can start again. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, oh, there, Mars, and then more than twice Jupiter, and then again twice Saturn, and then Uranus is actually twice again. Now we're way out here. And Neptune is almost twice the whole distance again. So we have to zoom out further. Alright, so we start again. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and double up again, Saturn, Uranus, and then we have Neptune way out there. Anyway, so before this becomes quite a boring tutorial, then this is one of the problems with astronomy. It's very hard to just explain how much space there are in everything. We try to look at the planets. Okay, this planet is a little bit bigger than the other one, but the space between them is humongous. I could as well just a little dot here could be the sun, and then I could paint a little dot you cannot even see. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and already here I have to zoom out again, because then we have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and then Neptune would be this way. So that means if we actually have a look at the solar system, we have a sun, and then we just have some very small dots here. This is Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and then round out here we have Pluto. The point is, I know this drawing is not the nicest, but actually we have a sun that is much larger than the planets. Then we have huge distances between the planets, and planets are tiny compared to the distances. It's like just traveling in empty space forever, and then you come to a little ball of something. But actually the planets are also big compared to Earth, some of them at least. But I just wanted to, I know it's a bit special tutorial this one, but I'm just trying to look at the sizes of the planets and the space between them. And we just have to have a bit of understanding of that, because when people start to study astronomy, space is the big thing to sort of grasp, and then you say, oh, astronomy, it's kind of complicated, and I don't understand these figures, as if it's millions or billions and whatever. And I understand that because there's so much space, and it becomes way worse than this. When we start to look at the distances between stars and so on, then it's like you have an orange in Europe, and then you have an orange in, oh, excuse me, you have an orange in Europe, and you have an orange in the US or something. Like a star would be an orange. If we scrump the Earth the sun down to the size of an orange and put it in Europe, and we had a similar star in the United States, and then the rest of it would just be over the Atlantic Ocean, would just be space, even if you have put it down so much in size. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, but I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next tutorial. Bye.